Hi, this is Tracy with Totally Trace. It is the first Wednesday of the month, so I am here live with my monthly free card class. And so what is going to happen is I'm going to make a card with these dimensions. So I'm going to share a template. I'm actually going to make 4 of them. And my goal is that you follow along and make a card with whatever supplies you have, because the point of this is that this is a very easy replicable template. So you're going to need a white card base, and it's the normal size, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. You need colored cardstock. That's going to create a frame for 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. And then you're going to need 2 different designer series paper, scrapbook paper, but you do want them to coordinate and that they look nice together. And then 2 of the pieces are going to be 1 1/8 inch by 3 7/8 inch. And then the other 2 are going to be 2 5/8 inch by 1 1/8 inch. And then you're going to need a white cardstock piece that's 1 3/8 inch by 2 5/8 inch. So this is a good card for any of those scraps that you have left over. So if you have a pack of that designer series paper that's almost running out, this would be a great card to make with it. So again, I do this every month, and my goal is that you are creating a card along with me, and then tomorrow I will post a picture of the cards that I made tonight, and I would love for you to post the card that you made. Then I also offer the kit of the 4 cards that I'm making for free for anybody that purchases $40 in my online store. And so what it will look like is you'll get the 4 envelopes with all the materials needed to make the exact same cards that I'm making. You would just need stamps and ink. And I believe I have the link to order in the comments section. And right now, everything that has the current in colors is 15% off. At least I think everything. Everything I've been checking does, but I'm still trying to kind of figure out this sale. Hi, Deb. Thanks for watching. I hope you're going to be making a card with me. All right, I'm going to get set up for the first card. So again, I'm just going to open up this envelope. And this first card, let me take a sneak peek. Okay, yes. So my colored cardstock is, I believe that's Flirty Flamingo. And then my designer series paper that I'm using, oh, I just knocked a bunch of things over. I've got everything stacked up behind me ready to show you, and I just dumped it all, so the rest of this will be fun. So I'm using designer series paper from this pack. This is the Florals in Bloom, and because it has the in colors like Secret Sea, Timid Tiger, this designer series paper is 15% off. So the pieces that I'm going to be using, all right, let me just get a little organized here. So again, this is how your kit will come if you want to make a purchase in my store and get this for free. And again, if the goal is that you're making a card, so do whatever you have. So these are the pieces I'm going to use. So I have my white card base, I have my colored cardstock, and then I have the 2 pieces that are 1 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then I've got 2 that coordinate, so they match but are different, that are 2 5/8 by 1 1/8, and then I've got that white piece of cardstock, and then you can use whatever bundle you have. So that's what this is for. Hi, Teresa. All right, let me get this up so that I can see if anybody is commenting. Say hi in the comments. Let me know what you're watching. Let me know if you're making this. All right. So here's how this template's going to look. Is I'm going to put cardstock there, or designer series paper there. And then that white one is going to go in the middle for a sentiment. And then that is going to get laid right there. So that's the gist of the card. Super easy template. And from here, we can do whatever we want to decorate. So I'm going to use Charming Days bundle, which is on the floor right now. Like I said, I dumped everything there. If you've been following me, you know last month I featured this stamp set. I cannot get enough. I still love it. I don't want to stop creating with it. So tonight I'm making a card with it, but I use different paper, so it's going to change it up completely. All right, I think, yep, I'm going to use happy birthday because we all need happy birthday cards, right? And I'm going to stamp with Secret C, which again in color, so 15% off, and I believe it's a must-have. This ink, I hope it never goes away. I could give up black completely and just use this. All right, so my sentiment is going to go right in the middle. Oh, and I caught an edge. All right, good thing there is a back, so we'll try that again. That's better. Okay, so again, that's going to go in the middle. And then I've got my scrap. And I'm going to do a flower. I'm going to do this little flower. And again, I'm going to do it in Secret C. Debbie says they were beautiful. Debbie, tell me what you're talking about. I feel like I might just be spitting out words and not even remembering what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that there. Oh, are you talking about the Charming Day cards? Maybe that's what you're talking about. All right, and then I'm going to color this. And I'm just pulling the colors in from here. So because I've got some Granny Apple Green, that's what I'm going to do with my leaves. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what Debbie was talking about. She got the kit that month, last month, to make those cards. They were one of my favorite of all time. All right, and then I'm going to use Daffodil Delight. But right now, if you do Darling Duckling, that would be, oh, I should have used the lighter version. This might be a little too dark. That's all right. That is 15% off. All in colors are 15% off. And then I'm going to color the inside with, I've got Pumpkin Pie, but Timid Tiger would be 15% off. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it out with the coordinating die, just like that. And then I do have that pre-cut, and you can see I did use the lighter one. I think the lighter one would look better. All right, now I'm going to glue all of this down. Ooh, and I didn't check my glue levels before starting today. Oh, good. This one feels almost full. Okay, Debbie says yes, it was the kit from last month. All right, this month I'm doing Halloween. I'm wondering how everybody's feeling about that. I ended up loving them at first. I thought, I don't know. It's a cutesy one, and you guys know that's not necessarily my favorite. But then I do it, and I end up loving it. In fact, that's going to be one that I'm making tonight. Okay, and then this is going to get glued in the middle. And then we're going to glue this to the card base. Just like that. And then, whoop. Oh, I think I like it right there. Oh, it looks cute up there too. I think I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to pop that one up. So again, once you get the template down, you can decorate it however you want. You could add ribbon, you could add bling. Hi, Kate. Kate's from Virginia. Is this your first time watching me live, Kate? I'm not recognizing that name. Oh, and she says she's having a blast with the Spooky Suite. It is super cute. And of course, I mean, it has Petunia Pop, so it can't be bad. Amazing color. All right, there's our first card. So again, here's your measurements. I'm going to get set up for card number 2. Every card that I'm making is following this template. I would love for you to try and make a card with the same template, and then tomorrow post a picture so that you can see, so that we can all see what you did. All right. So for the next card, I've got my white card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Oh, well, welcome, Kate. She says she's new to following me. All right, I've got my colored cardstock. This time I'm using Secret C. Again, 15% off because it's an in color. And then my designer series paper. I have the 2 at 1 1/8 by 3 7/8 and 2 at 2 5/8 by 1 1/8. And then I have my white 1 3/8 by 2 5/8. And so this one is the beautiful gallery paper. And I guess maybe it's time for me to get some new paper, because this one was the month before I had a kit that had, I did a whole bunch of cards from that. And then this is my favorite paper from it. I absolutely love it. And this designer series paper is also 15% off because, again, it has in colors in it. All right, so it's same design. I'm going to put my 2 longer pieces across the top and bottom, going horizontal, and then this is going to be vertical. Hi, Janie. I think Janie might have been one that had this kit. And then this is going to go right in the center like that. And then with this was part of a suite. And so these were the 2 stamp sets that came, I call it a super suite. I'm not sure if that's what Stampin' Up! Calls it. And so I'm going to use from this, I'm going to use this flower here, and then probably the thank you for everything. We'll see if that fits in there. So I've just got a white scrap. And I'm going to get that flower. Hi, Esther. I'm glad you could make it. So Esther just joined. She's actually part of my team. And since she's part of my team, all my PDFs she gets for free. So every time I hold a class, an online class, I make a PDF. And then I send it out at the end of the month to everybody on my team. All right, so I'm just going to stamp that. Again, I'm stamping it in Secret C. And then I'm going to color it with Cloud Cover. So I'm going to use a blend. Let's see, is this my Cloud Cover? Yes. And I'm going to start with light because last one I started with dark and you saw it didn't come out as good. I feel like Stampin' Up! Did amazing with their in colors this time. Between the Cloud Cover and the Secret C are just stunning. And then I'm just going to add a little there. And then I'm just going to trace some of these. I don't want too much color, but just add because I really like the white. Just like that. And then, of course, the bundle includes the die. So we would just do just like that. I do already have that cut out just to save some time. Oh, let me put that away before I lose it. Yeah, Esther, I'm glad you made it to a live one too. All right. And then thank you for everything, but I think I might stamp that off to the side. Oh, and look at that, I've just put it away. So today was Meet the Teacher Day, so I got to meet all my families today. And for the first time ever, I'm doing a triad, meaning, so I teach 4th grade, you know, and usually there's 1 4th grade teacher. In my county, they've gone up to 2 a lot recently. But this year, because of the way our numbers fall, we're at 3. And so I met 70 families today. It was a lot. Trying to remember when I'll see them, what part of the day, but everybody, you know, they're so cute on Meet the Teacher Day. They're nice and quiet and shy, and I know that's all going to change like on day 3 probably. All right, then I'm just going to glue these down. And then if I'm going to fast for you, you can always catch the replay too. And then I know Facebook has been deleting videos after 30-ish days. So they do go on to my YouTube channel too. And it's just Totally Trace, same name. So if you've missed because again, I do this every month. So if you want some templates, feel free to go check those out. I think it's just, I don't know, this template, it's so easy, yet it's so pretty. All right, there we go. And then we're going to pop that up right there. All right, there is card number 2. Just so you can see both that I've made so far. Okay, and if you place an order in my online store, you get this, exactly what I have here. Everything that's I'm pulling out, you'll receive free to make your kit. All right, so this is the Spooky Sweet one. I'll just show you. I've got the same thing again. The only thing I did different this time is, so I've got my white card base. I've got my colored cardstock, but here where I have 2 on both of the other cards, I made them the exact same. This time I just made them coordinating. So you see I still have 2 that are the same size, but they're not the same one. And then same thing here. I still have 2 of that size, but I made them different. So just a way to show you how to change it up. And then I still have my white cardstock that's 1 3/8 inches by 2 5/8 inches. And I'm going to do the same layout. So we're going to have the 2 long ones going horizontally at the top and the bottom. And then we'll have these going vertically on the sides. And then this will go on the bottom. So this paper is from the Spooky Sweet Suite. And I am loving this paper. I'm hoping you will love it too. I don't know how many of you are really into Halloween or would send Halloween cards, but I just want to show this to you because it is relatively new. So here's some of the paper. Like, I love this one. And then there is also, so there's tags and there's more tags. I've just cut them all off already. And then I love this because you can make the different scenes. So that, I haven't done that yet, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I don't know if you can tell through here, but these are all punch outs that you can add to your cards. So talk about making some quick, easy cards. this is what I'm featuring this month, is this suite. So all my reels, every Monday I create a reel that shows that. So check those out. One came out, I was going to say yesterday, but yesterday was a Monday, 2 days ago. And then let me just show you the stamp set. So here's the stamp set. And then I'm going to use Happy Halloween. Oh, and there's the dies. So I love this haunted house. And then these bats are really cute too. And the fence, yeah, it's all cute. All right, but I'm going to do Happy Halloween. And with this, I've made treat bags already. So as a teacher, we have, like, you got booed, where somebody sneaks into your classroom and leaves you treats. And I thought that was, most of my life, I thought that was only a teacher thing, but then my neighborhood is doing it too. So if that's something that happens to you, this would be a great suite to use, just to put a little tag or a little treat bag in with whatever you're doing. Let's try my other one. That's twice today I've had to use the back. Good thing there's 2 sides to every sheet of paper. Yeah, that one looks much more juicy. There we go. Look, I just love that font. It looks so Halloween. All right, so now from here, again, you can decorate it however you want. So it'd be really cute to put one of these characters on it. I chose to do the bats. So I just die cut a couple of the bats out of black. Stampin' Up's gotten so smart over the years, so it's one die and it cuts both out at the same time. Love that, saves you some time. All right, I'm gonna start gluing down. Hi, Ann Kristen, welcome back. Watching from Sweden. I love when I have international viewers. Especially my Australia friends, because I always forget the time difference, like how much of a time difference it is. And I know some of them stay up really late or get up really early to be able to watch. So I so appreciate that. All right. Then we're going to glue that all the way down. See, tell me this is not adorable. And I haven't even used all the cute characters or the pop outs or anything. And I mean, just that looks so cute. And that's totally a scrap card. All right, so let's see, where do I want these to go? I'm probably overthinking this, but this guy looks a little bit bigger. Let's put him there and him up there. Yeah, I think I like that the best. Okay, and I'm going to use my mini dots because these guys are a little on the tiny side. Then this suite has really cute star foam stickers. So again, when you're making your version, go crazy. I'm just giving you the template. Make it yours, add whatever you want. All right, there is card number 3. Okay, I've got one more card to make. Just gonna pull out those measurements again so that you can see. So again, on this card, I'm gonna show you just another variation. All right, so I've got my white card base. And then for my colored cardstock, I am using Summer Splash. And then, let's see. All right, so this time again, I'm still using the 2 at this size and 2 at this size, but I made them all different. Whereas the first 2 cards, see how these are the same? This time they're not. So just another way to change it up. And then, oh, Teresa says, great template, very versatile. It really is. And then think some of these you could just emboss and not use designer series paper at all. All right, so the other ones I use the white in the middle. This time I'm using another sheet of DSP and I'm gonna turn it. So, oh, I'm gonna turn it like this. So it's gonna look, I think I like it like that. And I'm gonna put this in the middle. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down. I have a cat right now licking my toes. I'm not sure what's on my toes, but I keep shaking him off and he is not having it. He just keeps coming back. And oh, I didn't share what this DSP is. This one is one that was in, gosh, I feel like we've had this one for a while, but it's, oh yeah, I think it was in last year's catalog. I love it. I love the colors. Let me find out the name for you. Oh, the Unbounded Beauty. And it has all last year's new in colors in it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, hang on, for those of you that were with me the whole time, you know that I had everything organized and it all dumped behind me, so I'm just trying to find it. Okay, so now I'm gonna use more messages. I have recommended this to so many. I've used it in so many of my in-person classes and I just love it. So it has all of these, which there's a ton of different sayings, which is great. And then it all comes on one stamp. So what I do is I stamp it on white paper or vanilla paper, ink it all up, and then this cuts it all out. It's amazing. And here's why I love it. Because all I did was I stamped, I know you're getting some glare, so let me see if I can change that a little bit. Not really, it's not gonna cooperate. So you can see in the beginning, I was stamping it in different colors, but honestly, I have found that Secret C is the way to go. Almost all of these are Secret C now. And so whenever I'm making cards, it's amazing just to have all this ready. And then also those in-person classes. That way everybody just gets to pick whatever sentiment they want, and they're all fun, like they look like a nice die cut. So this is more messages. So the more messages bundle comes with the one stamp that has all of that and the die cut. Love it. So that's what I'm using. And I just pulled out Forever Friends. And look, I'm just gonna put it right there. Oh, so let's glue this to the cardstock. Or to the card base, I should say. And then I'm just gonna pop this up. So you can see where this is a huge time saver, not to even have to do any stamping if you just already have it. And so again, I like it there, but it could really, oh, actually I really like it up there too. I mean, it looks nice anywhere. And again, this is just a template, like some ribbon behind it would have been cute. A couple of little gems would be great. All right, so those are the 4 cards. And here's the template. Let's see if I can get that in the camera too. And again, if you're on my email list, I emailed the measurements for you, and it's on the events section. And probably when I post the pictures tomorrow, I'll make sure that I have that in there. So again, my goal is that you make some cards and share the cards that you made that follow this template. And then if you place an order in my online store, which the link is in the comments, I will send you the kit to make these 4 cards. And also in the comments, if you're looking, you'll see I have, this is the kit of the month using the Spooky Suite. So there's 4 cards and 2 treat bags. So if you're interested, you could check that out too. All right, I will be back next week demonstrating something for you. So thanks for spending some time with me. I hope that I get to see your cards, and I'll see you soon.